So, welcome to the session. And today I'm talking about fearless visibility, that it's a secret for collaboration. So, first, some presentations. My name is Sophia. I'm working with Atlassian for more than 15 years right now. I think I started as a Jira admin, then I was an Atlassian consultant, and now I help customers get the most out of Xray. I'm really passionate about collaboration, DevOps, agile teams, so you will hear a lot about these topics today. So first, an exercise. Is everyone energized after lunch? No? Okay, so please stand up if you think that you work on a collaborative environment. Yes, at least someone. Okay, now you can jump a little bit. Jump. Yeah, so these are the happy people, right? So are the people that work on a collaborative environment. And what we want, and this is the reason why I ask you this question, is because I want to know if you are happy, okay? That's the goal of customer success. Are customers happy? So what we want is, we want to change from teams that only have visibility about their work and what happens on their teams, to teams that have a bird's eye view. They can see the entire value stream from business to customer feedback. Also, we want to move from teams that work in silos to teams that collaborate together, and they work all for a common purpose, that it's bring value to the customer. We want to change from people that feel the knowledge is their precious, so they have to keep it for themselves, to teams that share all that knowledge across the organization, and that's part of the way they work. It's part of their DNA. We want from teams that hide their secrets, their darkest opinions and mistakes in a vault where no one knows the key, to teams that are open and they open the door to all those mistakes and learn from failure. So this might sound a little bit familiar if you already attended a DevOps talk, because this is about the principles of DevOps. So we want to share the work that you do. You want to let others knowing what you're doing. You want to share the goals and have the same kind of goals to the same kind of willing of the team that you want to pursue. You want to share what you know and invest time in sharing that with others. And you want to open the door to failure because you want others to learn also from the failure that you've committed. And that takes a lot of bravery to do that. So it really takes fearless visibility if you want to be at that place. But this is also what it's needed to build trust. So why do we need to build trust? One of the characters of my favorite books, it's the Phoenix Project. I don't know if you already read it, but he describes this perfectly. Actually, it's not the smartest people that do the greatest teams. It's actually when the team trusts each other. Okay, so this is something that is kind mind-changing. It doesn't mean that you are super smart, but if you have a team that trust each other, magic will happen. So trust is a key for a successful team. What it's a little bit concerning is that 78% of people don't trust their teammates. And this is something that it was a study from Atlassian a long time ago, and it really worries me, this number. 78% is a lot. Well, but only with open and trust, you are able to build a collaborative environment. Other way, you are not going to have this as a success. If you are working in a testing team and you are trying to build quality, you have to know that quality is a team sport. So you are not able to do it alone. So this takes a lot of collaboration between teams. So quality is not only the responsibility of the quality assurance team. It's the responsibility of all the organization, from business to developers, testers, whoever is working towards the goal of building something to the customer. So testers have an important role on breaking silos. So they are used to learn from failure, they are used to understand the problems of the teams, and they have this responsibility of sharing what they figured out about the product. So testing must be collaborative. And testing is not done once, okay? So it's through all the process. So you are going to do this in looping from operations, monitoring. So you're going to do this when you're planning, when you're building. You are always going to have several moments for testing. And is achieving this continuous trust on the system that you are going to be able to deliver quality. So how can we build trust? How can we build an open team? I'm going to share with you some options and some ideas. Some of them are really obvious, others are not. So let's see if I can share something with you that will bring you some different way of mindset. First one, make your work visible. If you already read about DevOps or if you already attended a talk, this is number one, right? So if you're not started like from this, now it's the time to do it. So there are several ways of making work visible. This is an image from a book and it's called Make Your Work Visible from Dominica de Grandis. And this is just an idea. Have a board with the work items, have some kind of categorization for those work items. You can do it in a physical board. I don't know if this is a thing right now, but it used to be a thing before COVID. Then we have to change everything. And if, in fact, if you're working remotely, this could be a challenge. Or you can go with spreadsheets. So this is an example for my personal life. It doesn't make any sense to use Jira to manage my personal life, at least now. So I share the spreadsheet with my husband just to make sure that he understands what was the exact late day for him to pick our kids from school. Or you can use Trello. I don't know if you already tried Trello. I'm a super fan of Trello, super happy when they joined the Atlassian family. But of course, if you need a more complete solution, you should be using Jira. So Jira enables you to provide visibility across the entire team. And if you are a tester, you want to share all that information as fast as you can with the team. So you can use Xray for that. Xray will help you share all the test cases with the team. It could help you, for example, share all the understanding of those test cases, what are the steps needed to perform a test and make sure that the requirement was delivered as it should. You can also share the results of your tests. You can share also what were the defects found through the way. So you will have full traceability, and this will let you understand if all the requirements were covered and which bugs were found during the process. Just to share with you a real story. So when I was an Atlassian consultant, I've done a project with an European agency, and they wanted to change the way the organization perceived the testing team. So what they did was bring that visibility. So they started sharing that information using Xray for that, and it was completely mind-blowing, the effect, because everyone were able to just check how the testing activities were going. But don't get me wrong. So a tool is just a tool. You can use Jira, you can use Xray, you can use whatever you want, but you have to make sure that this is a mindset. So you have to be willing to make this kind of change. So What matters is the destination, and what matters is where you want to go. So increasing visibility has a huge impact, not only on building an open team, but also on increasing respect and trust between the team members. A second option will be to free as access to the information. So you first make your work visible, then you have to make sure that everyone has access to information. So when you do that, you are actually caring about the team. So you are sharing with the others what you know. You are making sure that everyone has the information needed to fulfill their activities. And this is something that you don't just talk about that, you need to walk the walk. So it starts in you. Even if your team doesn't do that, you can do it yourself. So I'm known at Xray as the person that builds more Confluence pages, because I'm always sharing everything that I know and everything that I found through the way. Another option would be to create some initiatives like open door management. You can try to challenge your management to let you go into a meeting where they are discussing all those important topics and be open with that. Also, an idea that we've done for several years at Xray was the breakfast club. We just joined having breakfast together because food has a very strong power on getting people together, starting the conversation. If you are from Portugal, that is actually really, really important. Food for us is top priority. And with Xray, you are also trying to do this, and you bring all the teams together, right? Because there's no separate tool to quality assurance. They are all in Jira. The developers can see that information, so you are breaking silos between teams. And of course, you are doing what you should, that is facing quality as a team sport. The third tip is about embracing diversity. So when I talk about diversity, I'm not talking about different genders, cultures, etc. They're all important, but also different opinions and points of views. So when you work on a diverse environment, you are able to get better results, and people tend to be more happy. An exercise that you can do, and you can do it tomorrow when you go back to your companies, is like nominate a devil advocate at a meeting. It's someone that is going to be focused on arguing in the contrary of the rest of the team. This will make a lot of buzz, but it's really fun to see the results. Finally, uncover failures. So this is the last tip to build an open and to build trust, and therefore enhance collaboration. So in DevOps, culture is essential to learn from failures and from experiments. And learning from failures is part of the testing activities. I don't know if there's anyone from testing here, but testers tend to be like the bad guy, the one that brings bad news. Actually, if we try to see testers as the ones that prevent us from failing more in production, that would change the way we look to them. But also they help us learn from those failures. And this is something that is really important. And you have to make sure that you are creating a culture of safety where you can fail and you can get back on your feet and nothing wrong goes with that. Xray is very good on making failures visible because it's not only on the form of bugs, but also pinpoint exactly what failed, where it failed, and when it failed. So this is something that you can also use Xray with that. And you will have the full traceability between the requirement, the testing activity, and then the results. So learning from failures and experiments will turn you into a master. So there's a very known story about an IT manager that committed a very big mistake that cost like millions of dollars to the company. And he went into the office of his manager and said, I want to present my resignation, I want to quit. And the manager just replied, no, you don't. I just invested millions of dollars. Make sure that you're not going to make this mistake again. So this is a little bit what should be a culture of safety. Also, when you're trying to embrace failure, you want to make sure that you catch as much failure as you possibly can. And with Xray, you can do this with Test Case Designer that will enable you to cover the majority, the most part of the requirements that you want, the most part of scenarios. And this is an enterprise offer that we have at our Xray Enterprise. A fun exercise to do is to write a letter to the bug explaining what happened, what was the cause, how do you deal with the situation. This is making failure a little bit more fun. But also a very known activity is the postmortem. So if you fail, you must try to understand and reconstruct what happened to make sure that it doesn't happen again. Okay, so there's a video that it's not working, and this is a failure. So next time, what I've learned today is make sure that I'll talk with Almarize and they have the correct file. So it's a learning from today, okay? But it's a video that it's available on YouTube. It's about Xray, and we'll explain you in 4 minutes what is Xray in case you don't know exactly what it is. But as I said, it's a Jira test management app. Is it working? No. Okay. Yeah, it's failing. We are all used to that. Okay, so why this is important? Why are we talking a lot about improving collaboration? Because we want to do better, to do sooner, to be safer, and to do happier. So we want our customers to have better results sooner, safer results, but also the happiest results possible. And you cannot do this without working with all at the same time. So if you sacrifice safer, you are also going to sacrifice happier. No one likes to be unsafe. Before wrapping up, let's talk a little bit more about speed. So one really important lesson that I would like you to take today is that if you focus on quality, you can go faster at the long run. So DevOps is all about velocity, but Lisa Crispin also says that this focusing on quality that will make you go faster is also part of the DevOps culture. So don't forget this, a very important lesson. If you focus on quality, you can go faster. So other benefits from collaboration, not only for teams, but also for individuals, is when you work in a collaborative environment, you tend to respect more, you tend to be more enthusiastic about things, and also you want to learn more and grow. Lasting collaboration takes effort, okay? So it's not only about teams, it's also about individuals that are focusing on uncover mistakes and failures, listening and sharing, and being respectful. And that takes bravery. But why? If you're not convinced yet, well, it's not a matter of being agile, DevOps, or whatever. It's a matter of survival. So the ones that collaborate tend to survive comparing with others that do not collaborate. Uh, Thank you for listening. I know that you are all expecting the results of the game. I'm going to reveal that in a moment. But before that, I'm just want to share with you some of the books and articles that inspired me to this talk. And if you want to learn more about that, I definitely recommend you to take a look. Thank you.